All right, let's talk business. Today, we're grabbing the chalk and sketching out a pretty incredible opportunity. We're going to open up the playbook on the Chicken Licken Fly-Thru franchise. Let's dive in. You know that feeling, right? You're sitting in a drive-thru, waiting for your order, and you think to yourself, I could totally run this place better. Well, what if I told you that thought isn't just a daydream? That's what we're doing today. We are opening up the playbook, and we're going to break down the strategy, the numbers, all the secret plays behind one of South Africa's most iconic brands. Think of this as your personal coaching session. Okay, first things first. Before you can make any moves, you've got to understand the playing field, right? So what exactly is this opportunity we're looking at? And let me tell you, the fast food scene in South Africa is, well, it's a battleground. It is packed. You've got the huge international players, you've got beloved local chains, and everyone is fighting for their slice of the pie. So just showing up isn't enough. You need an edge, a truly unique angle. And that's where Chicken Licken's secret weapon comes in, the fly-through. Now, this isn't just your standard drive-through. Nope, this is a model obsessed with one thing and one thing only, speed. I mean, think about it. In our world, time is everything, right? So by designing an entire experience around getting people their food fast, Chicken Licken carves out a massive competitive advantage. All right, so you get the concept. It's a great one. But what are the actual rules of engagement here? What do you get when you sign on the dotted line? Let's flip open the rulebook. Okay, let's talk money. The price of admission, your ticket to the game, is a one-time payment of 180,000 Rand. That's the number that gets you in the door. But what does that R180,000 actually get you? Well, it's a whole lot more than just the logo. Think of it as a complete business in a box. You're getting the instant street cred of that famous brand name. You're getting access to all their systems that have been tested and proven to work. And, this part is absolutely key, you get a full 3 weeks training program for your whole crew of 14 people. And the support doesn't stop there. It's ongoing. You're not just buying a store, you're joining a team. And this isn't some short-term gig either. The typical franchise agreement is for 10 years. That's a huge deal. It gives you this long, stable runway to really build your business from the ground up, create a loyal following in your community, and see a serious return on that initial investment. Okay, we've seen the rules. Now for the part everyone wants to know about, the scoreboard. Let's decode the finances. What goes out, and maybe more importantly, what can come in? So here's how the ongoing costs work. Every month, 12% of your turnover goes back to Chicken Licken HQ. It's split right down the middle. 6% is your royalty fee. That's for using the name and the systems. The other 6%, that goes into a big pot for national advertising and marketing. So you can think about it like this. Half of your fees are being put right back to work to bring more customers to your door. And does that investment pay off? Well, the average outlet pulls in a whopping 1.7 million Rand in revenue every single year. That tells you just how powerful this model really is. Okay, so that's the business's revenue. But what about your pocket? Well, after all the costs are covered, a franchise owner could be looking at a potential monthly salary of around 70,000 Rand. Now, when you put that number next to the initial investment, yeah, the picture starts to look very, very attractive. But numbers like that don't just happen by accident, right? It takes a smart game plan. So let's peek behind the curtain at some of the secret plays in the Chicken Licken playbook that make it all work so well. The winning formula here is about so much more than just awesome chicken. It really comes down to 4 core strategies. First, they are masters of efficient cost control. Second, they have a super adaptable business approach, so they're always ready for what's next. Third, they use technology strategically to make everything run smoother and faster. And finally, they are obsessed with innovation and being distinctive. That's why they never get lost in the noise. So we've walked the field, we've read the rulebook, we've checked the scoreboard, and we've even peeked at the secret plays. We're heading into the final whistle here, and now it's decision time. Is this the big opportunity for you? Let's just recap the highlights, the key advantages at a glance. You've got that unique fly-through model, which is perfectly designed for how we live today. You've got the massive head start that comes with a brand everyone knows and trusts. You've got a business model that's already been proven to work, which takes a ton of risk off the table. Add in all the training and support, plus those really strong potential earnings, and wow, the whole package is just really, really solid. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds great, but I've never even worked in a restaurant before.
And look, the answer is, while that experience is helpful, it's not a deal breaker. What they're really looking for is that entrepreneurial fire, that drive to build something. The system itself is designed to teach you everything else you need to know. I think this quote from Mzansi magazine just hits the nail on the head. It says, "This is an opportunity to become a part of a robust and expanding franchise network, allowing you to capitalize on a powerful brand to establish a prosperous enterprise." That's it right there. You're not just opening a chicken shop, you're plugging into a powerful network to build your own success story. So there you have it, the whole playbook, sketched out right here on the chalkboard. The game plan is clear. The numbers are compelling. The opportunity is real. There's really only one question left to ask. Are you ready to make your move?